My name is Melanie McReynolds. I'm a fourth-year graduate student in the Biochemistry, Microbiology, and Molecular Biology program here at the Pennsylvania State University.
Hi, I'm Kerry Belton, and I'm a fourth-year molecular toxicology student.
Together, we both started the Bridges program at Alcorn State during the fall semester of 2009 and transitioned to Penn State during the summer of 2010.
Hi, my name is Sarah Owusu. I am originally from Chicago, Illinois. I came here to enroll into the doctoral program in physiology, and one of the first people that I met was a Bridges student. Her name is Melanie McReynolds, and she was very warm and welcoming. It was during orientation finished, and she came and introduced herself, and to see someone that looked like me was exciting, especially coming into a new area where you don't know anyone at all. So upon that, that's how I was able to be introduced to the other Bridges students, and then that was the first time I ever really heard about the Bridges program and what they're about.
Hi, I'm Kayla Allen Eccles, and I'm a part of the Bridges Alcorn State Penn State program, and I am in my first year of the PhD program in plant biology.
I'm Walter Jackson III, and I am a six-year PhD candidate in the Molecular Cellular Integrative Biosciences graduate program.
I am Jamal James, and I'm in the Molecular Medicine program, starting my 5th year.
My name is Josephine Garvin. I am a 4th year PhD student in the Molecular Medicine graduate program, and I am not directly under the Bridges grant, but I have been fortunate enough to meet all of its students, and it has really been helpful in providing somewhat of a support network for me. I enjoy going to the journal club meetings. Through that, I was able to get a lot of help studying for my candidacy as well as comprehensive exams. We get together every week. They provide a lot of feedback, a lot of help for me. So even though I am not necessarily part of the Bridges program, I have benefited greatly from the program. Met a lot of incredible people, and I think that the program has extended far beyond its scope, and it has reached a wider audience. It has brought a lot of us students of color really together, and has helped me in making and maintaining a lot of friends from graduate school that I hope to have throughout my life.
Being part of the Bridge program has helped me a lot. Being exposed to all of the resources and different types of research here at Penn State was really an eye-opener. As a Bridge student, I worked in a virology lab with hepatitis C. I had the opportunity to be exposed to a lot of biochemistry and molecular biology work, and I had a great advisor who was there every step of the way to really help make this transition into the Penn State science life more easy. And then after beginning the PhD program, I joined a metabolomics lab, which I didn't really expect at first, but it's been a really great experience.
How would my life be, I guess, without the Bridges program? I honestly probably would be football coach. I played football in high school and in college, and that's probably something that's always been in my heart, just to be around, and helping out kids and understanding the struggle of how it is to go to school to play football at a high school and a college level. I think would have made me a pretty good coach. But the Bridges program has basically given me more opportunities than I could ever imagine. I never thought that I could actually, I guess, be able to go anywhere I wanted to go and do research. Honestly, that never came across my mind when I was in high school or college, honestly, until later, like my junior or senior year, once I heard about the Bridges program. So the opportunity for me was a blessing, because I feel like it definitely will lead to so much more. And if I didn't have it, I probably wouldn't be living up to my full potential.
I am from the definition of small town Mississippi. So in my high school, and even growing up, science always intrigued me. The ideal of science, everything about science was very intriguing. I loved the subject, I did really well. But working in the laboratory or doing hands-on research was always abstract to me. And I went to Alcorn State where I was exposed to research in an extent. And it was a great exposure coming from a place where I had never worked in a lab, never done an experiment, to going to Alcorn and having the opportunities of going on internship programs and being exposed to all the aspects of research and biomedical research. And Penn State was that training where, from the background that I came from, I like to say, during the Bridges program, I was able to be placed in the pond with a life jacket on and be taught how to swim instead of being thrown into the pond and expected to be able to swim.
The journal clubs are mostly for the younger students that's getting your feet with the science, be able to I guess set up future work from what they see in the papers, which is the name of the game at the beginning of graduate school. That's the one thing that you really tested on at the beginning, for the graduate school to know whether or not you're able to continue throughout the program. We're able to come together for the data clubs and present the data that we've been working on so far. And I think we didn't have that. The oldest Bridges students didn't have that when we first came in, and I think that's very helpful to see other people who have gone through the program and have done XYZ in the lab, and they're showing it, and these are things that are going to be published in the next within the next several months or a couple of years or something. So I think it's good for the younger Bridges students to see that full circle in success in the program.
The Bridges program has benefited me in various ways. First and foremost, I like that we read a lot of scientific articles that prepared us. The classes, it was a big adjustment coming from a small university like Alcorn State, where we only had about 3,000 students, to Penn State, which has over 40,000. And so the class size is much larger, and we were taught how to acclimate to that environment. Testing style and teaching style is also different, where at Alcorn we could easily go up to the professor. There's only about 15, maybe 20 students in a class, and have one-on-one discussion immediately following class. Now it's kind of office hours and being more proactive, scheduling when you know that you would need help and keeping ahead in classes versus kind of being guided along day by day, week by week. As far as the community of Bridges students, I would say we're very supportive of one another. Everybody is always available. Anything that you need, any help. For example, in my experience personally, we moved here and we came out of a lot of money to relocate from Mississippi. But the students got together and brought us groceries and grocery shopping money, so that was really beneficial and encouraging.
So the community that we have built here is a very supportive community, a network where we all try to benefit from each other. Most times we are the only person in our cohort that looks like us. So it's really positive and really good to see other people who have the similar upbringings, the similar background, and the same struggles as you. And even the students that are not a part of the Bridges program, we like everyone to come together and we try to help train each other. If I'm proficient in it, if I'm doing well with one technique and Kerry needs help, then we try to have that relationship and that network where he'll feel comfortable enough to come to me and get my help. We also work with each other during our candidacy presentations, during our comprehensive exams. If we need someone to edit or someone to listen to us present, tell us which slides should we rearrange from the smallest thing to the biggest thing. We really try to be there for each other and really provide that supportive community where we can all be the best scientists that we can be.
We kind of built a community where we kind of rely on each other to help each other through the doctoral program, whether it is moral support or helping us to get through our different stages in our doctoral programs, such as candidacy and comprehensive exams. program and journal clubs and presentations and so forth. So it was good to meet senior students in the Bridges program that have went through the stages that I or any other student under me was going to go through. And so it's almost like it was a blessing meeting Melanie. And so far, I'm in my 4th year of my doctoral program, going into my 5th year actually, just started my 5th year of my doctoral program yesterday. And I'll be graduating next year by May or August, most likely May. And I can say that although I am not a Bridges student, I do feel like I'm adopted into the program.
You know, it's a lot of people coming to graduate school, and you know, it's very easy for you to lose your confidence in different little situations you run into, and so the Bridges program, you know, everyone sort of keeps each other lifted throughout the process, and so it's been very important. It's been very important in I know helping me.
It is good to see how a program like this does increase diversity at a predominantly white institute, and how the Bridges students are not only they not only help themselves, but they try to help other students that are of a minority group, whether they're African American or any other minority. And that's what I do appreciate about the Bridges program. I do believe it does increase awareness of how other minority students can succeed in higher education, and how we not only help ourselves, but we try to reach other students and let them know that it is possible, and that there are other students that do look like you that are in the doctoral program. And so I can say that I feel like Bridges is a great program. I do think that it needs to continue, and I feel like more universities should be involved in the Bridges program, and there should be more of an awareness to a lot of institutions that are predominantly white that there is a Bridges program, so that they can also be more of our advocate and kind of be that catalyst to allow the program to succeed.
It's gonna open up, I think, many more avenues for more people, or minority or underrepresented people, to be included in science or feel comfortable to pursue that type of career if that's what they choose to do.
And I know that my success lies on that pre-exposure of coming here and getting a hands-on experience, taking classes, getting the network, getting the support system, learning the ins and outs of how to survive and how to be successful as a graduate student.
In the future, my goals with my degree in plant biology are to work either in industry or academia. I'm not so set on one or the other, but overall I would like to use my experiences with Bridges to give back to the community, helping to increase minority enrollment in STEM programs. There are a lot of opportunities that we don't have in the community, and I would like to be one of the people who initiates program establishment, as well as ensuring that students matriculate from lower levels, so elementary school, throughout high school, as well as college, to the graduate level, because there are a lot of opportunities that are not known by a majority of the population.
I plan to stay in academia. I really love research. I really love teaching. And I would ultimately like to be able to have my own laboratory with my own graduate students. But most importantly with that, I would like to be a director of a program like this.
I dream to be a postdoc at the NIH and be exposed to all of the amazing research that goes on there.
I definitely think the Bridges program has helped me at least crack my potential. I haven't reached my full potential, but I think it's at least helped me get to where I think I can have a career in research. And I actually like cancer research. I'm currently working on breast cancer. So I'm heavily considering doing my postdoctoral fellowship at a cancer research institute.
And I believe with all of our help, we all will leave here being the best scientists possible, just by the expertise that we're able to share with each other. And so that's the community and the kind of the networking and the support system that we like to offer to all graduate students of color.